Origin. Part 3 of 6. The Beast Within. I will remember that sound until the day I die. It was an awful, revolting noise, not a scream, but the birth cry of a new creature that surely had no place on God's earth. The thing mewled and whimpered in pain, and those of us who could stand and witness were transfixed, both repelled and fascinated by the grotesque spectacle of it. No, Papa! Oh, dear God. My hands! My hands! Oh, James. Oh, please, not you. Mama, I can't feel my hands. Rose? What's happened to my hands? James. Oh, Lord, what have mercy. Have mercy. What are you? Oh, not again. Not you, James. Mama, why are these people here? Where's Papa? Get away from me. No, Mama. I've not been bad, I promise. I love you, Mama. You are not my son. You're a monster, an animal. Quish! Mama, please. Get out of this house, you damned abortion. Oh, Mama, no. No. James, come back. Please come back. Mistress Elizabeth, for the love of God, get hold of yourself. Do you hear me, ma'am? I said it would, if we came back. I said so. There's no time for this. Quickly now, tend to the other boy while I look for James. I'll send down to the village for help. James, come back. Ow, me eyes. Papa, is that you? Oh, Thomas, what have I done? James, James. James, where are you? I can't see a ruddy thing out here. Oh, James? Who's there? Is someone there? I can't see nothing. Don't be scared, boy. Everything's gonna be alright. Rose, is that a you? Uh-huh. I knew this would happen, Thomas. Oh, Lord, you won't hurt me, will you, missus? I didn't mean to do nothing, I swear. You gonna hurt me? It's not going to hurt. Blam! Mama, is that you? I'm so cold. It's me, James. It's Rose. James, Ow! It burns my skin. There lay before me a monster. Of what species I could not say. At that awful, terrible moment of confrontation, nothing seemed real. The bitter cold wind howled over the leaves, yet it seemed not to move. This beast, this spastic monstrosity that had been James Howlett mere moments before, was now transformed into something more and something less than human. But underneath it all, just a boy. Enough! Whoever the blazes you are, I'm not deaf! Mr. Howlett, sir, these gentlemen are from the local constabulary. They're, here on a matter of urgency. And so? What could be so urgent that you'd rouse a man at this ungodly hour? Well, spit it out, man! There's been an incident up at the house, sir. It involves your son and his family. James, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to go back to the house. What if they think it was me? Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know if this is real what's happened to you. Do I know you? Hush now, child. You're seeing things. Can you smell that? It smells like apple dumplings. But it seems so far away. I can hear someone walking by the servants' entrance, and there are 3 people in the maze. Oh, I've been having the most awful dream. Uh, there are too many noises out here. It's so loud. Where's my mama? Did something happen to us? James, don't you remember? Don't you understand what's happened? It's me, Rose. Rose. Rose, yes, I remember now. Didn't you once work for my papa? You ain't got a leg to stand on, lad. And right now, that'll be the least of your worries. We know you were where we know you were there. You care to explain what you was doing in that bedroom? Best to commence now, boy. Get it over with. Why don't you? I never done nothing. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Stand away, man. I'll handle this. Now, you listen to me, boy, and listen well. I've lost my only son this night, and my grandson is missing. Believe me when I'm telling you someone is going to pay. If you don't tell these detectives what you know, you'll be hung by your scrawny neck, and there will be no one to remember you when you're dead. I'll see to that personally. Tell the truth, and I'll see to it and win a reprieve. It was Rose, sir. She had a gun. But you've got to help. I don't have no place else to go. You've got to believe me, Auntie Hazel. I swear I never meant to get involved. It was Mr. Logan what forced me into it. That's not what the police are saying, Rose. They was nosing round down here this afternoon looking for you. They say you're wanted for kidnapping. You'd best be far from here by morning. I'll pretend you never came by, but that's more'n I should do. Auntie Hazel, please. You're my only family in the world. You stopped being family the day you chose to go up and live on that hill, young Rose. There's nothing I can do to help you now, child. James, you're cold. I have a fireplace at my home. It's not far. We can go there. James, we can't go back to the house, not until I know what to do. Oh, Lord, look at your hands. Them things are going back inside. Are you making them do that? I don't know. I think I've been unwell again, Rose. Can we go to where it's warm now? I don't think we have any choice, James. Who the devil's there? Show yourself. Snap. So it's you who'll come back to finish the job. Have you murderous little wench? Sorry, I had nothing to do with it, I swear. It was Mr. Logan what forced his way into the house. Something happened to Master James, his hands. Shut up, girl, and listen to me. If you wish to live, you're going to do exactly as I say. I warned my son that no good would come of this place, and I was right. Wait at the door. From this moment on, girl, you and this creature are refugees, and you can thank my good nature for the fact that you both remain alive, but push my patience, and that can soon be remedied. I'm going to do more than I should, because this beast remains connected by blood, much as it pains me to imagine it, but I shun the revolting thing as I would shun a rabid animal. I have influence in this town. For the next 10 hours, there will be no police on duty at the train station. I suggest you take the boy there. Sir, please, have a heart. James is only a boy. He's your grandson. The last of my line died yesterday. I have no grandson. I neither want to know where you are going, nor how you get there. I never want to hear from either of you again. If you return with this thing, I will have you both shot on sight. Now remove that bloody aberration from my eyes before I change my mind. And get it as far away from me as possible. Rose, I'm so tired. Where are we going? Hush now, dear. It won't be too much longer, I promise. Are we still in Canada? We are so far away from Alberta now, dear diary, and something remarkable has happened. Even more remarkable, perhaps, than the events of the last few days. It's James. He seems to be healing before my very eyes. While we've been traveling, his bumps and bruises seem to have been mending themselves. but without the application of spirits or medicine. The poor soul seems unaware of where we're going, what's happened, or even who he is. Oh dear diary, how pitiful we are. Our money and supplies have been exhausted. We are lost with strangers, tired and alone. What's to become of us? Don't be afraid, dear. I won't let anything else happen to you, I promise. Many years ago, when I was a little girl, I heard my father speak of the quarries at the northern frontier. This is an odious place, but I hope it will be safe for the while. Most men have gone further north to the Yukon Territory, where gold has been found. No one in his right mind would follow us here. Lord, such a desolate spot. It seems at the edge of humanity, full of criminals and vagabonds, and that James and I are not alone. My father often described them as good, honest people. But how can goodness and honesty survive in a hellish place such as this? My name is Smitty. Remember it well. Fact is, I don't care what you call me. You'll probably come up with a few names before long. It don't bother me long as you do what you're told. I'll wager even God himself don't remember where you put this place. That means my word rules out here, and don't you forget it. I don't care who you are or where you come from. The only thing I need is craft. The good people of Canada need stone to build their houses, and we gives it to them. You get paid in food and board. If you work hard enough, there might be some extra for the town. There's gambling and drinking if you need it. But there ain't no free rides. You work or you starve. Now get inside and register for tomorrow's shift. Don't be afraid, James. Just be as quiet as a mouse and I'll never be noticed. And we'll never be noticed. Hey, you! What's your name, girl? Rose, sir. You ain't got the right togs on for this part of the world. You'll bleed and well freeze to death like that. What can you do, girl? If it please, sir, I can cook and clean and stew, and I can read and write. What about this one? What's your name, lad? He's my cousin, sir. He can't talk much, but he's a good hard worker. He'll do as he's told. Take your gloves off, boy. Now, I want to see your hands. No, I mean, they'll get cold, sir. There, just as I thought. This cousin of yours has never done a day's hard graft in his life. Oh, sir, I promise he'll do his shift. He'll do more than his shift. You just have to let us stay for a while. We'll see about that, lass. What's his name? I don't want your life story, girl. I'm not interested in where you came from or what you're running from. I just need a name for him, that's all. Well? Logan, sir. His name is Logan.